Welcome to Dark Love Psychology. Money isn't just about bills and lifestyle. In relationships, money often becomes power, subtle, emotional, and rarely talked about. Today, we're breaking down financial power plays women may use in relationships, not to blame, but to help you recognize patterns, stay grounded, and protect your frame. This video is about awareness, not resentment. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Financial dependency framing. This manipulation tactic begins subtly. It's when a woman positions herself as financially dependent, creating a narrative of helplessness even when she has other options. This isn't about facing genuine, unavoidable hardship together. Instead, it's about framing a situation to appear desperate, making her partner feel solely responsible for her well-being. She might have a degree, a strong work history, or a supportive family, but these resources are consistently downplayed or dismissed. The focus is always on her perceived inability to cope without you. This behavior is not always consciously malicious. Often it stems from deep-seated insecurities or learned behaviors. But regardless of the intent, the dynamic creates powerful leverage. It subtly shifts the balance of power, making the provider feel indispensable, yet simultaneously trapped. You'll start to hear a recurring theme in her language. Phrases like, "I couldn't survive without you," or "You're the only one who helps me," become common. She might say, "I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here to handle the bills," or "If you left, I'd have nothing and nowhere to go." These statements are designed to reinforce your role as her savior. At first, this feels flattering. It appeals to the natural desire to be a provider, to be needed and valued. You feel strong, capable, and essential to her happiness, which can be a powerful aphrodisiac for the ego. But over time, the weight of this perceived responsibility creates immense pressure. You stop acting freely. Every personal or financial decision must be filtered through her dependency. The thought of leaving doesn't just feel like a breakup, it feels cruel, like abandoning a helpless person you've sworn to protect. Here is the key point. This tactic quietly transforms genuine care into a suffocating obligation. Your desire to help is weaponized, creating a cage built from your own compassion. The relationship is no longer a partnership. It's a custodianship. Chapter 2. Guilt-based spending. This form of financial control is far more subtle than direct demands. Here, money is extracted not through force, but through the careful manipulation of emotion. It weaponizes your empathy, turning your desire for your partner's happiness into a lever for financial gain. The manipulator presents their emotional state as your responsibility to manage, and money becomes the prescribed solution. The language is indirect, designed to evoke a sense of obligation. Consider this scenario. Your partner mentions a new, expensive security system for the house. They don't ask you to buy it. Instead, they say, "I don't really need it, but with everything going on in the neighborhood, it would make me feel safe when you're not here." The focus is on their feeling of insecurity, a problem you now feel compelled to solve with your wallet. Or perhaps you discuss a financial goal, like saving for a down payment. They might respond with a sigh, "It's okay if you don't want to help with my student loans. I'll figure it out somehow." She doesn't ask directly. She creates a narrative of struggle and martyrdom, positioning you as the person withholding help. This generates emotional discomfort, so you volunteer the money to alleviate your own guilt. At first, these may seem like isolated incidents, but over time, a pattern emerges. You start preemptively spending money, not for joy or necessity, but simply to maintain emotional peace and avoid the tension that comes from saying no. The spending becomes a transaction for tranquility. This is the critical takeaway. When money becomes the price of emotional calm in your relationship, a fundamental power shift has occurred. Your finances are no longer a shared tool for building a life together. They have become a tool for managing your partner's feelings and, by extension, your own. You are now paying for peace, a transaction that will only grow more costly over time. Chapter 3. Financial testing. Some women test financial commitment early, not for money, but for control and security. Unexpected bills. Emergencies early in dating. Requests that escalate quickly. It's not about the amount, it's about how easily you comply. If you say yes without boundaries, she learns. Money is how commitment is proven. Key point. Early financial tests often predict future expectations. Chapter 4. Lifestyle inflation pressure. This form of financial control is one of the most insidious because it's subtle and often socially acceptable. It doesn't present as a demand for money, but as a shared aspiration for a better life. It masquerades as ambition, making it difficult to identify and challenge without appearing unsupportive or cheap. This power play operates in the ambiguous space between personal desire and relational expectation. The primary tool is comparison, wielded with devastating precision. You'll hear phrases like, "My ex used to take me to places like this," or "All my friends' partners treat them to weekend getaways." Sometimes it's a more abstract appeal. "I just want the kind of life I feel I deserve." Each statement is a carefully placed seed of inadequacy, designed to make you feel you aren't doing enough, providing enough, or being enough. Notice the framing. You're not explicitly asked to pay for things. Instead, you're implicitly asked to upgrade your shared reality. The pressure isn't a direct command. It's a constant, quiet comparison against an idealized standard, a standard set by past partners, friends' relationships, or curated social media feeds. It's a silent negotiation where your affection is measured by your willingness to spend. When one partner's lifestyle expectations begin to consistently outpace the couple's mutual effort or financial reality, a dangerous imbalance forms. This isn't about shared goals. It's about unilateral escalation. Think back. Initially, date nights were simple, focused on connection. A walk in the park, a home-cooked meal. Gradually, the expectation shifts. Simple is no longer enough. Those moments are replaced by demands for premium experiences, exclusive restaurants, and international trips that stretch your financial boundaries. The focus moves from us to the performance of us. The silence at that expensive table can become heavier than the bill. You find yourself funding a lifestyle that feels disconnected from your own values or means, creating a quiet but profound sense of resentment and isolation. Here is the key point. A healthy relationship navigates financial growth together, through shared goals and mutual effort. When one person's desires consistently dictate the financial pace without contributing equally to the means, the partnership erodes. It becomes a transaction disguised as romance, and the emotional cost will always be higher than the monetary one. Chapter 5. Withholding affection after financial boundaries. This is where money and emotion quietly merge. You say no, or slow down spending. Suddenly, she's colder, less affectionate, less available. No argument, just distance. The message becomes clear. Generosity equals closeness. Key point. Affection tied to spending is conditional connection. Chapter 6. Future promise leverage. This power play trades hope for resources. Once things stabilize, we'll be amazing. This is just temporary. I'll make it up to you later. The future keeps moving. The spending stays now. Key point. A future that never arrives becomes a financial trap. Chapter 7. Public image pressure. Here, money is used to maintain appearances. Posting gifts online, subtle embarrassment if you don't pay, social situations designed to force spending. You're not paying for her, you're paying for how the relationship looks. Key point. Public validation can quietly drain private stability. How strong men respond. Strong men don't argue about money. They set structure. They decide what they give without guilt. Separate generosity from obligation. Invest where effort is mutual. Walk away from emotional financial pressure. Money should support connection, not control it. Awareness is power. Boundaries are strength. If this helped you see relationships more clearly, subscribe for more psychology-based insights on attraction, boundaries, and emotional power. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need help. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video.